This is Jenny, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how she managed to turn low content publishing into a full-time six-figure income. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel, I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, on entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm gonna be featuring a student from the Pays to Publish course who has taken low content books and turned them into a full-time six-figure online passive income. And if you didn't see the intro, her name is Jenny, and she's been doing this for just the past couple of years, and she's managed to pull off amazing results with simple low content books. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how she's done that. So let's jump on my computer and get going with this. So as you guys can see, how Jenny earns a six-figure full-time online income selling low content books through Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So let's talk about Jenny's journey here, and I'll show you some of the results that she's gotten over the past couple of years. So she started it in 2022 of January, and you can see these are all of her months from basically the first month she started in regards to her income up until January 2023 when she had her biggest month to date. So looking at these results here, you can see January 2022, $18, February, $65, March, she managed to pull in $251 in royalties from her books, April, $855, all the way up to January of 2023 when she made 11K, and I'll show you guys the proof right now. So you can see one of the things that she managed to do with her low content books in January of 2022 was make $2,000, and then she took that money from her low content books and put them into higher content books, which is something that I talk about in other videos on my channel. I'm not going to talk about them today, but she managed to do that in her first month, which is pretty impressive. Fast forward to August of 2022, $5,000 in royalties for Jenny, $5,700 in October, $5,700 again in November. December of 2022, she managed to pull in $7,700. And then in January of 2023, $11,000 from her books, which is very, very impressive given the fact that usually when you look at self-publishing on Amazon, December is usually the biggest month, or November, because they're Q4 when people are shopping for Christmas and everything. But she managed to do this in January of 2023, so a month after Q4 had already ended, and she pulled in one of her biggest months. So very, very impressive. And then you can see her first year results with Amazon ads. You can see her revenue up top here, sales, $132,000. So pretty impressive results, and she only spent $22,000 in ad spend. So very, very impressive. And on top of that, she even has her two kids publishing books, which you can see they managed to pull in 2022, $535 from their little publishing business, and they bought themselves a Nintendo Switch. So I thought that was pretty impressive as well. So you're probably wondering, how did she manage to do this? So the simple formula that Jenny has followed from the beginning with her self-published books is starting out with low content, as you can see, and this is what makes up the bulk of her publishing account and the bulk of her income: blank journals, coloring books, activity planners, and then getting into high content workbooks as well. So you can see this is kind of what she follows. Very simple process, and lots of people overcomplicate this kind of thing when it comes to low content publishing. But for Jenny, you can see the ones that have made her the most money are higher content workbooks. So they're still considered like low content books, but higher content workbooks. Activity books, of course, coloring books, and blank journals. So if you're wondering, like, what are these kinds of books, I'll show you some examples right now. One of the most simple kinds of low content books that you can create, and these aren't Jenny's books, by the way, these are just books I found on Amazon, are journals and notebooks. And you can see this one on the left here is the Essential Dream Journal, and record and interpret the hidden meanings in your dreams. So it's just a book, and you can see what the interior looks like for this. So if you're someone who's never heard of low content books, you're not sure what they are, a low content book is usually something that has lines to fill in with like prompts and stuff. Like that's kind of the gist of it, but there's also little other things like I showed you here. Activity books, coloring books, high content, whatever, right? Right now I'm just showing you journals, which are the ones on the bottom of this list. So looking at this one, you can see it's a dream journal, and you can see there's things for them to fill in the type of dream they had, the themes, and then there's prompts below that for them to fill in the blanks. On top of that, there's things called logbooks, which are a little bit ahead of journals, I would say, but they're pretty much around the same kind of thing. You can see this is an example of a hiking logbook. Of all the paths you take in life, make sure a few of them are dirt. Hilarious. And then you can see right here is what an interior of a book like this might look like. So you can kind of log the different hikes that you take, right? So you can see there's a date for the hike, start time, total duration, total distance, end time, trail type. You can see you can rate the journal or the hike out of 5, where the hike may have take place, and then all the different things that you can think about when it comes to hikes. Okay, so you can see there's a log area, and then there's a journaling area for you to leave notes in regards to that certain hike. And you can do this for many different niches. It doesn't just have to be a hiking logbook. There's like fishing logbooks, flying logbooks, hiking logbooks, all the stuff you can think of. There's probably a logbook for it. So after that, on the hierarchy chart that you saw from Jenny, there is the coloring books, okay? And there's hundreds of different niches on Amazon that you can publish coloring books in. This is just one example. This is a very, very, very popular coloring book niche. I wouldn't really recommend you get into mandala coloring books, but there are sub niches within the coloring book niches, or in the coloring book category, I guess you could say, that do present a pretty good opportunity for making money, but you have to dig deep because a lot of the coloring book keywords, like this one, for example, are quite competitive, all right? And when I say competitive, I don't need to explain it in this video. I've talked about keywords and how to differentiate non-competitive, competitive, high demand keywords in many of my other videos. So make sure you check out my channel for those. But this is just an example of what a coloring book might be if you're not sure. I'm sure you know or have seen a coloring book in your life, but a coloring book would definitely be considered a low content book because you can see it's just an image and then people can color in there, right? So it really comes down to the niche and the keywords that you're choosing for coloring books, because it can be a profitable niche. It's just, it is very competitive. So you want to make sure you find the right keywords. So you can see this one is an adult coloring book for relaxation. And you can see there's like a blank page here and then a coloring page. And then the next will be another page with a different design, another design, another design. So with these ones, if you're an artistic person, you could probably make the pages yourself if you're on a tight budget, but you can also go to things like Upwork or Fiverr and get people to make different style coloring books or coloring pages for you to use in your coloring books. And then you can see there's activity books, okay? And I just put a couple of examples here. I'm sure you've seen activity books like this at like corner stores or anywhere that you've really been out in public before, or you've seen books for sale. These are most likely for sale. And these are, again, a very, very popular category, but they still present a good opportunity for niched down books and targeting, okay? It's just that some of them are very, very competitive, similar to the way that we looked at coloring books. But with activity books, you can see there's different things that you can put into them. So things like word searches, there's obviously coloring books inside of, or coloring pages inside of activity books, spot the difference, drawing, I think, coloring again, Sudoku, all those things, right? You can see there's mazes in this one, different multiple choice questions, so like trivia, Sudoku, all the different things you can think of that might be inside of a activity book. That's what a higher content activity book would probably look like, where you combine different things. And you can see when you go to activity book niches on Amazon, a lot of the books are just focused on like one of these things. So there'd be like a word search book, and then a maze book, and then a word scramble, and then a Sudoku book, singular. But a lot of them that do well are usually the ones that are like combined like this with bundles of different activities all in one big book. So that's just a little tip that you guys might want to look into if you're looking to get into low content in general. But if you are someone who is looking to get into low content and you don't really know how to get started, Jenny and I are actually going to be holding a webinar where you can learn from A to Z how to get started with low content. And Jenny's going to be on there presenting her methods, everything she does that she's used to take that thing from $0 to, like I said, multiple six figures when it comes to publishing low content books through Amazon KDP. So myself and Jenny are going to be holding this webinar. You can see if you go down to the first link in the description, you'll see you can sign up for the webinar and claim your spot. There's not going to be unlimited spots, so make sure you do claim your spot if you want to get on this webinar and learn exactly how to get started with low content books and potentially make a solid online income from low content publishing. And the best part about low content publishing is that it's not a very high investment type of book to make. So you can make a lot of them if you have a limited and tight budget, which is a good way to get into self-publishing through Amazon KDP. So again, if you want to sign up for this webinar, it's the first link in the description down below this video, and we'll see you on that webinar happening soon. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, again, make sure you join that webinar. It's the first link in the description down below, and I'll see you guys on there very, very soon. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.